And with 12 mass shootings in the last year that have left nearly 100 people dead, many are searching for a solution to the violence.
President Obama has announced 23 executive orders this year to fight gun violence, and the latest one focuses on access to mental health care. News 8's Leah Linshai joins us with more.
Patients with a mental illness don't always get the same treatment as patients with a physical illness when they go to the ER. They often have to contact their insurer first for approval. But with Obama's latest executive order, that's no longer the case.
At the Schultz house, you'll find a lot of green. Even the shutters are painted an emerald hue.
Well, basically it's lime green, but I love green.
It's Judy Schultz's favorite color. Maybe because it reminds her of gardening, her favorite hobby, or of spring, her preferred season.
You see that first sign of green and growth in the renewal of life.
Or perhaps it's because the color best describes Judy's outlook on her own life.
I'm an outgoing person, I'm an open person.
That outlook didn't change when Judy was diagnosed with major depression more than a decade ago.
When I entered the hospital, I turned to my husband, who is much more private than I am, and said, we're not going to hide this.
For years, mental health has been sort of a hidden or invisible disease, and we haven't necessarily treated it like other medical illnesses.
The issue's gaining traction now, as President Obama issued a new set of rules to provide quicker and cheaper access to mental health care. It's one of several executive orders to combat gun violence in the nation, and it will help 21 million others who, like Judy, are living with a mood disorder.
I think it's going to make a huge difference compared to when I was first going through my issues.
Insurance companies will now have to provide coverage for mental illnesses, a benefit that was often denied in previous years.
And it's a very calming color.
To combat her depression, Judy surrounds herself with the things she loves, and so of course her home is painted with green. And it's no surprise the shade also represents mental health awareness. So as the issue continues to gain traction, she'll keep green close to her heart.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I just refuse to be ashamed of my depression.
There's work being done for mental health here at the state level, too. This week, the State Assembly is taking up a number of bills drafted by the Task Force of Mental Health. Those bills will focus on child psychiatry programs and other issues.
All right, thank you, Leah. President Obama's order also requires insurers to provide coverage across state lines so people seeking mental health care can travel across the country to find options instead of just within their state.